Eskom CEO assures that performance will not be crippled and an Israeli airstrike ensues in Gaza. Good morning. Eskom CEO Brian Dames has given the assurance that the power utility's performance will not be crippled by lower revenue in 2012. His statement comes after the National Energy Regulator NERSA said it had cut the increase in electricity rates for power utility Eskom to 16% for the 2012-2013 financial year from a previously approved 25.9%. The aim is to protect industry and other consumers. Dames says Eskom is in a healthy enough financial and operational position to function on the 16% increase. Political parties, trade unions and business have welcomed the average tariff. The Home Affairs Department has blamed Health Department officials for turning away 125 Nigerian officials at the OR Tambo International Airport 2 weeks ago. Home Affairs says its immigration officials are not to be blamed. The incident led to a diplomatic row between South Africa and Nigeria. Nigerian authorities deported a group of South Africans in a tit-for-tat move, and South Africa then apologized. Home Affairs spokesperson Ronnie Mamweba says that holding a valid yellow fever certificate is a requirement for entry into the country, making the refusal of entry legitimate.
At the end of the day, it is the Department of Health that directed that these people cannot enter the country. It's as simple as that. And we, acting on the advice of them, could not have allowed them inside the country. You would recall that before 2010, if you didn't have a yellow fever certificate, we could give you a jab at the airport. Those facilities were removed from the airport to enforce the need for people to come into the country with the necessary documentation.
The Northwest Public Safety Department says there will be a zero-tolerance approach for traffic violations en route to the Zion Christian Church prayer meeting in Taung this weekend. Spokesperson Lisiba Khwele says at least 120 traffic officers were deployed yesterday to ensure against reckless and negligent driving. They expect high volumes of traffic. Khwele says police will maintain high visibility on all major routes leading to and from Taung. He's also advised motorists that the tarred road between Taung Station and Taung Village will be closed to traffic from 3 o'clock this afternoon to 5 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. Further afield, an Israeli airstrike in Gaza has killed a Palestinian militant leader and a Palestinian prisoner, released as part of a deal to free Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit. The attacks come shortly after 2 mortar shells were fired from Gaza into Israel. The BBC's Kevin Connolly has the details.
Israel's main target in the attack was Zuhair Casey, leader of an umbrella group of local militant organizations called the Popular Resistance Committees. It's behind many of the mortar and rocket attacks which continue to be launched against Israeli towns from Gaza. It's understood that the other man who died was among the 1,000 or so Palestinian prisoners released as part of the deal which freed the Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit last October after 5 years of captivity.
And back home, Johannesburg City Parks has called on business to help needy learners by supporting school-based food gardens. This is City Parks and a car manufacturing company unveiled 2 new community food gardens at Kanana Primary School and Midrand Child Welfare in Robbie Ridge, north of Johannesburg. Johannesburg City Parks spokesperson Jenny Mudley elaborates.
City Parks has been intensifying its call to business to support school-based food gardens. The initiative is aimed at assisting needy schools in providing a daily meal to destitute learners, fostering a higher level of environmental awareness, and affording schools and parents a platform to network and engage on community matters. City Parks will continue with its school feeding program, and these projects will complement the 25 food gardens recently developed. We're hopeful that more entities and more businesses will get involved with the project.